Hello and welcome back to Self-Publishing Made Easy. I finished my series, but whenever there's a new tool or I learn something new, I'm going to create a new video and share that with you. So that is what I'm doing today. I just learned about this tool today. It's put out by Kindlepreneur, the creators of Publisher Rocket and also Atticus, both tools that I've talked about a lot. Click the links below for those. So they've created a calculator that helps you figure out what royalties you're going to get from Amazon. So before we dive into that, please subscribe. Just get that taken care of out of the way right now. Hit the notification bell and check out some of the links in the description. I really appreciate it. All right, let's dive right into it and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, here is the link, and I'll put it in the description as well. Again, there's a Kindlepreneur link and also an Atticus link, but it goes to the same thing. So before you can use this, you need to know the size of your ebook file. So when you download your ebook from Atticus or Draft to Digital or whatever you are using to format your book, it's going to be a certain file size. That is not the one you are using. That's not what you're worrying about here. Because when you upload that file into KDP, they do more conversion / compression, whatever they do, and it changes the size again. So you have to go into KDP. So let's go into this book, into the pricing. So this is the ebook version of Fire God, and I have it set at 70%, selling for $2.99, and it showed you right here the size is 0.68 megabytes. All right, so let's go back here. Royalty rate 70%, size is 0.68. Book price is $2.99. Okay, book trim, standard, it's an ebook. So my effective royalty rate is 68%. Buyers pay $2.99. I get $2.02, which is pretty good margins. They charge a delivery fee because I'm using the 70% royalty rate. There's a delivery fee based on the file size. If I take that away and go to the 35%, it takes away the delivery fee, but I drop down to $105. So even with the delivery fee, I'm making more money at the 70% royalty rate. So you can play with that. Say if you change your ebook price to $4.99, you're now making $3.42 with a 69% royalty rate. So your royalty rate went up just a little bit. So you can play with those prices there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is check the paperback. And so we need to know the page size and all that. So let's again go into KDP to figure that out. All right, so same book, Fire God, on the paperback content tab, black and white, 5.5 by 8.5 trim. Go down to the bottom, page count 364. So let's go to our calculator. Paperback, black and white, 364, charging $14.99. And then the book trim, standard is if it's anything lower than, if it's the 6x9, it's going to be large because it's 6.12 inches in width or 9 inches. So even a 6x9 is less than in the width, but it is 9 inches in the length. So a 6x9 would be large trim. So let's look at how it stands right now. My royalty rate is only 24%. I'm making $3.62, and my customer is paying $15 for the book. $5.37 is the print cost, so you can't get away from that. But Amazon is taking $6 in fees. That is quite a lot. So you may remember in one of my earlier videos, I talked about author copies. You can buy author copies of this book for $5.37 plus shipping. So if you buy in bulk, if you buy 10 to 20, you're cutting the shipping per unit down, just like anything. So charge $15 direct from your website or direct from at an event or in person, or if it's in person and you're signing the book, you can charge $20. And your costs are $5.37 plus whatever the shipping is, so let's say $7. That's a much better royalty rate. And if you remember, I talked about how you can use your author copies to directly ship to people who buy it on your website. You can't sign it that way because it's going directly from Amazon, but that is an option. So let's look at hardback. Same number of pages. I'm selling my hardback for $24.99, and I have my hardback listed larger. People tend to like larger hardbacks. Now my royalty rate is only 13%. So what if I went standard? It goes up to 20%. So the royalties on hardback, not good. Someone's paying $25 for your book, thinking they're helping you out, and you're only making $3.15. Amazon is taking a very large cut, and rightly so, right? It's a business, and they're doing this service for you. They're the ones handling, but this is their printing cost. This is their cut. So it just helps you know that, and then you can play. So say, what if we got it down to 350 pages? Okay, royalty rate 14%. 13. So that bumps it up by 1%. So maybe you don't want to add the bonus chapter at the end or the sneak peek to your next book or all the other frilly pages. Maybe you have pages with some pictures or scene breaks or stuff that you can take out or modify. So this allows you to figure out your royalties and then go back into Atticus or wherever you're formatting your books and take out any excess to maximize your earnings or your profit. Do you really need it in there or not? In my series, I always have a bonus where I have the first chapter of the next book just to hopefully get them hooked and waiting, excited about the next book. But it's coming. I'm losing a little bit of money every time I do that. So now let's look at Lemon Squeezy, which is the payment processor that I use through Story Origin to sell my ebooks direct. And I talked about that in a previous video, so if you're not familiar with that, watch that video. But bottom line is I'm selling ebooks direct, and Lemon Squeezy is the payment processor for that. So let's check that out. Okay, I made my camera much bigger so they would hide my account information here. But let's look here. So just this recent earnings, $11.20. Okay, not much. Sale of a few ebooks, right? They handle the taxes, which is awesome. Lemon Squeezy takes care of that for me. 23 cents. Fees are $1.57. I get 94. So that's actually closer to 84% margin. So would you rather make 84% selling it direct or 68%? Over time, selling a lot of different books, that percentage starts to add up. What is that, 16% difference? That starts to add up. So you're definitely making more money on ebooks selling them direct from your website using a service like Story Origin, which is awesome. So I'm always trying to funnel people to my website where they can buy them there instead of to Amazon. We still have to acknowledge that Amazon is the largest bookseller in the world. So just something to keep in mind and something that you can use this calculator to figure out and help you make decisions. Okay, so that is the KDP royalty calculator from Kindlepreneur and or Atticus. Check it out. It's a great tool to use to help you figure out how you want to format your book, how much you want to charge for your book, and all of those other things. So check the link below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're interested in supporting indie authors like me, or buying funny book nerd merch, check the link below for that as well. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.